Did I just gamble away $300 or did I make a strategic move that paid off big? Today, we're ripping open the Vaultbox Mega Chase 2025, and I'm going to show you exactly what I got back from my red core redemption. Was it a true win or just an expensive lesson in chasing shiny objects? By the end of this video, you'll know the precise odds of hitting a red core, the current market value of my redeemed coin, my true net gain or loss after all costs, and most importantly, whether products like Vaultbox belong anywhere near a serious silver stacking or long-term investing plan. The most critical takeaway, the one that separates smart bullion acquisition from pure entertainment, comes in the final chapter, where I compare this jackpot to just buying metal at spot plus a normal premium. This breakdown is part of a bigger arc on the channel. When do premiums make sense, and when are you just paying for adrenaline? I am Turbo, and this is Turbo Stacking, where we stack with purpose. Let's roll. If you're looking to build a truly resilient portfolio, stick around and watch my next video, Why I'm Ditching Gold for Platinum, the Unbeatable Ratio. It's all about making your precious metals work harder for your future. I'll pin it in the description. Quick shout out before we dive into the numbers. Today's community shout out goes to Eli yet again. He's been crushing it in the comments, always pushing the conversation on risk, premiums, and long-term planning. One comment really stood out. He's been stacking since 2013, now in low gear, with a goal of 3,000 ounces of silver, so when he retires, he can trade in about 5 ounces a month. That kind of disciplined, long-term mindset is exactly what this channel is about. Thanks for keeping the discussion sharp, Eli. Now, let's talk cost and value. First, what did I actually pay? Boxes, shipping, taxes, fees. My all-in cost was roughly $300, $320 to be exact. That's the entire investment we're testing here. Next, the value of what I got back. The headline piece is the graded gold coin from the Mega Chase pool, a 1926 $10 Indian head gold piece in MS63, half an ounce of pre-1933 gold. And I couldn't find an exact sold comp for this specific coin and grade, but similar mid-1920s $10 gold pieces in MS63 regularly sell for up to $3,000 plus on eBay. For this analysis, I'll use a conservative $3,000. Then add the 2 extra slab Jamaican half pennies recovered from ground zero. Nice pieces, realistically worth $35 to $40 each. Total fair market value, several multiples of the $300 I put in. On paper, it looks like a huge win. But remember, this is a case study from someone who actually hit a red core and got a solid draw. Most buyers did not. Let's touch on the odds. Out of 14,694 bags sold in Mega Chase 2025, only 307 contained red cores. That's about a 1 in 49 chance. Then, among those 307 identical red cores, only a tiny slice landed the top tier hits that make up the bulk of the $1 million plus prize pool. Think 1879 $4 Stella P65, or the 1795 $5 Small Eagle MS62, or the 2009 W $20 Ultra High Relief MS69 PL. I threaded a couple of needles. First, pulling a red core at all, then having it land right in the middle of the prize value range. A strong, but not top tier outcome. For every story like mine, there are far more bags that never hit a red core, and plenty of red cores that drew lesser prizes. So, while my spreadsheet looks great, the expected values for the average buyer is much closer to break even, or a small loss, once you factor in the full price distribution. Now, let's contrast this with Powerball. If I spent that same $300 on Powerball tickets, my statistical expected return would be pennies on the dollar, if anything at all. The chance of winning anything meaningful is astronomically small. A Powerball ticket is purely about keeping a dream alive, not building wealth. If you lose, your money is gone, nothing tangible in return. This is the core distinction in why I, as a Christian, can participate in something like Vaultbox, but steer clear of traditional gambling. Gambling, at its essence, is exchanging money for a chance at a prize with a high probability of losing your entire stake and receiving nothing back. It's an illusion of wealth, a fleeting what if. With a bullion mystery box like Vaultbox, even if the value received doesn't exceed the cost, you always end up with physical bullion, tangible asset. You're exchanging fiat for real metal, a coin, a piece of history, a collectible. It may not be the most efficient way to stack, but you're still adding to your overall precious metals holdings while scratching that adrenaline itch in a more speculative, exciting way than just buying at spot. My spreadsheet looks great because I hit the red core upside. The average outcome for a standard bag is a tangible coin at a premium that might not be recouped immediately. Entertainment value? High. Your investment value? Questionable. The red core is where the real chase comes alive, offering that rare shot at significant upside. Let's calculate the net. If my fair market value for the red core redemption is several times my $300 cost, then on this specific transaction, I'm clearly ahead, at least on paper. The premium I effectively paid was huge, but the chase structure handed me a prize that more than covered it. But here's the key point. Premiums aren't just about what happened. They're about what's likely to happen if you repeat this behavior over and over. Imagine taking that same $300 and putting it into straightforward bullion at today's spot price plus a normal dealer premium. You'd walk away with a clear, predictable number of ounces supporting your long-term stacking goals. No drama, no drawing, no risk of walking away with far less value than you paid. With a product like Vaultbox Mega Chase, a big slice of what you're paying for is entertainment, the mystery, the reveal, the chance, however small, of hitting a huge chase coin. For someone treating this as fun money or hobby money, that might be perfectly fine. For someone stacking aggressively for financial resilience, those same dollars might be better off in boring bars and coins that don't care about odds. If I zoom out and treat this as a one-off experiment, I'm happy with the result. It was fun, produced a good story, and a solid coin. But if I tried to repeat this result consistently, my average return would slide closer to zero or negative once all the non-winners are factored in. So my net result is I got lucky, and I'm honest enough to call it what it is, not a repeatable strategy. So where does that leave someone who's serious about stacking? Here's how I'm framing it. If you're building a core stack for long-term security, I would never base that on products like Vaultbox. Your foundation should be boring, low premium, bullion in gold and silver and platinum, chosen with clear Your foundation should be boring, low premium bullion in gold, silver, and platinum, chosen with clear targets, ratios, and exit strategies. Mystery boxes and chase products sit at best in the fun money you can afford to lose without touching your actual plan. That doesn't mean you can never touch products like this. It just means you should label them correctly in your own head. Entertainment first, stacking second. If you happen to hit a win like this Red Core redemption, fantastic. But don't confuse that with a disciplined investing strategy. If you dabble in mystery products, what percentage of your monthly stacking budget are you willing to risk on them? 5%, 10%, 0? Drop the number below so other stackers can see the range. To wrap up, my Vaultbox Mega Chase Red Core redemption was a genuine win. The numbers are positive, but the big lesson is that the average outcome won't look like this, and your serious stacking plan shouldn't depend on lottery math. If you want to go deeper on this idea, your next step is critical. Watch my video, Stop Paying Insane Premiums on Gold and Silver, where I break down practical ways to keep more ounces in your stack and less money in hype. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing what I did, what I received, and how I think about risk and premiums. Do your own research, know your goals, build the stack that lets you sleep at night. All the glory goes to God, and may God bless you all. As you were, stack with purpose, Turbo out.